guys, it's Mrs. Cook again. Time for your math lesson. Today we are going to be ordering numbers. And no, it's not what you do when you're at the restaurant. You're not going to go and ask for a number 5, even though that might be a really good item at a restaurant. I don't know. No, instead today we're going to be ordering numbers from least to greatest or from greatest to least. And I'm kind of sick of the book. We did it for 2 lessons and I'm done, guys. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to kind of do it a different way. Since we're in quarantine, we can't go anywhere. So I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool if we compare the distances from where I am right now, which is Scholar Academy, to get to the northernmost point of Canada and the easternmost point of the United States and the southernmost point of Mexico. Okay, so I have actually pulled up my Google Maps and it's right here. Okay, and I have Googled Maine, the directions to Maine, and I see here that it's 2,626 miles away. So I'm going to go ahead and write that on my whiteboard really quickly. 2,626 miles to Maine. And now we're going to look over here on my map. We're going to zoom in and drag. Let's see. Go all the way to Alberta. I like it. Ooh, Wood Buffalo National Park. Let's click there. And we're going to say directions. And, back to directions. Sorry. Wood Buffalo, Alberta, Canada, right there. Okay, and this one is 1,379 miles. I'm going with the via I-15. 1,379 miles to Wood Buffalo. I like that name. Okay, and now I'm going to go and see the southernmost point of Mexico. And that's not really the southernmost point. I'm just kind of guessing, right? Okay. All the way down here. Maybe I should go to Guatemala because that's where I'm from. Here's Guatemala. Ooh, go Guatemala. Ooh, right, let's go. It is Tapachulao, Mexico. Okay, so if I click Tapachulao, Mexico, and then I get directions, it's in Chiapas. It tells me that it is 2,734 miles away. Miles. Oops, not mites. Miles to, and I got to remember, Tapachula. Oh, Tapachula. Okay. That said something different up there. Oh, well, whatever. Tapachula. Okay, so I've got my numbers there, right? So now I'm going to make my screen bigger. Okay. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to order these from the least distance to the greatest distance. So if I didn't have quite as much time, where would I go first? It's pretty easy to tell because we have already compared numbers, right? We're going to start with our thousands place. Already, I can tell that Wood Buffalo is closer than any of the other ones. So I'm going to put 1,379 miles here, and it is less than the other 2 values. And now that I've done that one, I can look at the next 2. Oh, guess what? Maine and Tapachula both have 2,000 miles of distance. So I'm going to go to the hundreds place. Look at that, 7 and 6, which means which is closer? If you said Maine, you're correct. So 1,379 miles is less than 2,626 miles, which is less than 2,734 miles to Tapachula. Okay, so now I know that from work, from here, if I was to leave right now, I would get to Maine before I got to those places because it's closer, right? I mean, to Wood Buffalo. Oh my goodness. I get to Wood Buffalo before I got to Maine or Tapachula. Okay? Though I'm thinking southern Mexico sounds nice. It's probably really warm right now. Okay. So that's how you order numbers. So I wonder if we can play some games doing this. I have one for you right here. It's on random.org, and it is a site that you can go on with your parents. There is no signing up for it. It's got no ads on it, so that's fantastic. On random.org, I'm going to go to games. I'm going to go to dice roller, okay? And I'm going to use 4 virtual dice because I have my ones place, my tens place, my hundreds place, and my thousands place, which is 4 place values. And I'm going to roll the dice. And I'm going to erase my distances here. Okay. And my first number that I rolled is 3,246. Okay. Now I'm going to roll again. I got 6,141. Roll again. Ooh, 6,311. Now that I've rolled 3 times and I have 3 numbers, now I can go ahead and organize those from greatest to least this time. So I'm going to look right here. I can already tell which one's least, but I need to look at the other 2 to see which one's the greatest. Okay, so let's look at our thousands place. We have 2 that are the same. So I move on to the hundreds place. Oh, I see that 3 right here is bigger than 1. So 6,311 will go first. 6,311. And it is greater than 6,141, which is greater than 3,246. Okay? All right. That's how you order numbers. So today for your assignment, I've got a fun game for you to play with some members of your family. I'd like you to play with at least 3 people. If you're only by yourself and mom's busy and dad's busy because you have a billion other things going on in your life, that's okay. What you're going to do is you're going to draw 3 sets of 4 cards. So you'll have 12 cards total, right? And we can make it in an array. And if I made it in an array, it would look something, and let me draw it on my whiteboard because you can't see my desk right now. It would look something like this. I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, if you're playing by yourself, this is what it's going to look like. If you're playing with 2 other friends or adults or brothers or sisters or cats and dogs, I don't know. But if you're playing with someone else, they're going to hold their own 4 cards and you're going to hold your own 4 cards. But if you're playing by yourself, like I'm going to be playing by myself, I'm going to go ahead and lay them out that way. All right. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. Important note before you do this. You need to get rid of all the jacks, queens, kings, aces, and tens in the deck. If you forget to, you can just toss that one to the side and grab a new one, okay? All right, so I've got 4. This is mine, okay? And then let's pretend my husband's playing 1, 2, 3, 4 for him. And let's pretend that my daughter Hannah's playing 1, 2, 3, 4 for her. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to flip over my cards, and the way I flip them over is the way I'm going to write them. So the way I flipped over my cards, I have this. Loop. I dropped one. We're going to draw another one. Okay. I have 6,288. So I'm going to go ahead and write that on my board. 6,288, okay? 6,288. I bet you guys missed me singing my numbers. Sorry, parents that are watching this. We get kind of crazy in math. Okay, so my number is 6,288. Let's see what Colin's number is. Colin's number is 8,677. So I'm going to write his number on here, 8,677. And let's look at Hannah's number. Hannah got 5,934. Let's write that one there, 5,934. So now we would get an order from our least to the greatest. So Hannah would have lost this round. Hannah would be first. She'd have 5,934, which is less than my number of 6,288, but it's less than Colin's number of 8,677. Spoiler alert, the card that I lost at the beginning was a 2, so I would have lost. Suckers. All right. Another way to play this. Actually, no, I'm not going to have you play another way. This is how I should play. But what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to snap a picture of your cards and show them to me. Show your partner's cards, your cards, and your other partner's cards in order from least to greatest. Least to greatest, right? So smallest to biggest, okay? And then your final task for today. After you have done the game, you are going to go ahead and draw 4 cards, 4 random cards. So I'm just going to take my cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here are my 4 cards. With these 4 cards, you are going to write the smallest possible number you can make with the 4 numbers that are in your deck and the biggest possible number you can make with the cards that are in your deck. Then you are going to snap a picture of your cards with your paper. For example, let me see here. We're going to pretend my board is my paper. And you're going to take a picture of your cards on your paper, okay? And your greatest digit and your smallest digits, okay? So if I drew the cards 1, 2, 3, 4, for example, which I hope no one does 1, 2, 3, 4 because that's kind of boring. 2, 3, and 4, okay? Then my smallest possible number I could make would be 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1,234. And the greatest number I could make would be 4,321, right? Okay, so that's your challenge for today. So this would be my picture that I sent to Mrs. Cook. Oh, like looking all cool. Ooh, like my puppy said, I don't know, whatever. Okay, so play the game. Remember, everyone, whoever's played with you, and you can play with your whole family if you'd like. Everyone draws 4 cards, and then you organize them from the least to the greatest. Okay, you order them. And then you're going to draw 4 random cards and make the biggest number you can and the smallest number you can, snap a picture, and email it to me at ccook@scholarcharter.org. That's CCOOK@scholarcharter.org. Okay, have a great day. That's it for today's